Zachary Kimotho is traveling to Cape Town, South Africa, and this is how he intends to get there on his wheelchair. The journey beginning with song and dance and several friends to see him off. But in the end, only 25 people will accompany him on what will definitely be a challenging journey. But Zachary is ready for it. 8 years ago, Zachary's normal life was turned upside down after a carjacking incident as he drove to the city center.
I am determined to embark on a long journey, a journey of hope. I am determined to wheel down to South Africa over 4,000 kilometers.
He realized he was paralyzed, this at a time when everything in his life was falling apart.
I had just lost my job. My wife had already passed 6 months early. Now here I am, helpless, a widow, disabled, and with a young kid to take care of.
It would take him years to come to terms with his paralysis, but he did, thanks in part to rehabilitation he received in Belgium. It cost him 10 million shillings, a steep price to pay.
The cost of rehabilitating one person is at least 9 million shillings, and that is a amount that 98% of Kenyans will never, ever afford.
Across the Africa continent, rehabilitation facilities for those who have suffered spinal injuries exist only in South Africa and Egypt.
Did you know that there are 200 people at any one time with spinal cord injuries in need of rehabilitation? Did you know that the statistic indicates that 70% of them, they die 3 years after leaving hospital?
The Kenya Paraplegic Organization has bought 12 acres of land for the country's first spinal injuries rehabilitation facility, but construction will require 250 million shillings, and this is why Zachary is traveling to South Africa. He intends to end this journey in Cape Town or at whichever point between here and South Africa where he will have raised 250 million shillings. To help Zach reach his target, one can send donations via M-Pesa paybill number 522500, account name Zach. For KTN, I'm Angel Katusia.